There's a lot of buzz going on with Jasmine Crockett. Are you all here for her and what she represents? Check this out.
This is not what we should be doing. I don't even know why we fighting with Greenland. Why we fighting with Greenland? We fighting with Canada. We fighting with Mexico. Yet we in love with Putin. What is happening? Like, this is not America. This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up because I'm ready to get on with it.
First of all, thank you for making the back of my head famous. But second of all, if we could do a sequel, if you could tell Donald Trump anything tonight, what would you tell him?
I would tell him to grow a spine and stop being Putin.
For those that don't know, she said, stop being Putin's hoe. So, what do you think of that? Put it in the comments. Is this the new representation for black folk in government? Is this what we've been looking for? Is this what we want? I'm not gonna get too deep into this. I just want to hear what your thoughts are. I'm gonna read an article and then I'm gonna let you guys discuss Jasmine Crockett. Is this who you guys want representing black people in professional government in the position and condition that we're in? Just curious. By the way, you know that, during the State of the Union address last night, I discovered that she voted against the Laken Riley Act. Why would anybody vote against the Laken Riley Act? Why that woman sat there at the, this is Laken Riley's mom. She sat at that State of the Union crying. I mean, it was a few disturbing things attached to the black community. Did you see the kid that President Trump had petitioned to make an honorary Secret Service member, and he's become a volunteer or honorary police officer in many different police departments. But did you see why? The kid with the Down syndrome, the black kid with the Down syndrome, and what his black community was doing to him, which probably caused Trump to acknowledge him during the State of the Union. It's a lot of stuff that black people are doing today. And it seems to me that it's always coming from the same side. I don't know any politicians from any other culture that talks like this. Let's play this again. Do you know any? If you know something, let me know, because I don't know any that talk like this.
This is not what we should be doing. I don't even know why we fighting with Greenland. Why we fighting with Greenland? We fighting with Canada. We fighting with Mexico. Yet we in love with Putin. What is happening? Like, this is not America. This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up because I'm ready to get on with it.
First of all, thank you for making the back of my head famous. But second of all, if we could do a sequel, if you could tell Donald Trump anything tonight, what would you tell him?
I would tell him to grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe.
I mean, what do you say to that? What do you say to that, ladies and gentlemen? Here, let me read this article, then I got one more video for you guys to watch, and then I'm gonna let you go. from the Times of India. You know, I like to get the international publications to see what foreign nations write about America. Because if I get it, I will if I have to. I will go to MSNBC, or I will go to Fox News. I will go to the Washington Post. I will go to the LA Times or the New York Times. I'll go to American news outlets if I have to. But typically, most of our news outlets are going to lean to the left or to the right, and it's not going to be unbiased. It's not going to be an honest opinion. That's why I like to go to foreign publications, foreign news, to hear what they have to say about America and what they write about America, so I can get their perspective, because, they typically don't have a dog in the fight unless it's some international, global politics. They don't really give a damn about it. They really don't even understand American politics. So when they write about it, they're just saying it like they see it. Let's switch to reader mode. How do we do that? We go here, here, here. Wrong one. Go here, here, here. All right. Stop acting like a reality TV star. Texas Representative Jasmine Crockett blasts Trump over Russia ties, tariff threats. Texas Democratic Representative Jasmine Crockett took a sharp jab at President Donald Trump on yesterday, accusing him of being subservient to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Speaking in an interview with attorney Joe Galena, Crockett did not hold back when asked what she would say to Trump. I would tell him to grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe, she said, referring to Trump's stance on Russia. That is what Texas voted for and put in office to represent. That's what we have, optically speaking, representing black people. When a reporter, official press is asking a congresswoman in the United States government a question about what she would say to Trump if she could, her response is, I would tell him to grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe. She went on to criticize Trump's foreign policy approach, particularly particularly his handling of diplomatic relations with key allies. She says, again, this black woman with all her makeup and weave, says, that's all we got right now is Putin's little hoe that is out here really doing the bidding of Russia in a way we've never seen an American president do, Crockett added. That's what she told the press about our president and what she would say or do, or how she would respond if she could. I can't, I know, listen, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of animosity, there's a lot of infighting, there's a lot of shit that goes on up there, but why we gotta, when it comes to us, you hear it all the time, we gotta work 3 times as hard, we gotta be more poised, more professional. We represent only 13% of the population of the United States. And typically, especially when you only represent 13%, and we have the numbers that we have, and the sad, shitty disregard in so many of the sectors, this is what we have. This is our best and brightest. This is what, when people talk about best and brightest, when they talk about DEI or getting rid of it, when they talk about, affirmative action or getting rid of it, and putting your best and brightest to represent you. Texas decided to send a woman that says, that's all we got right now is Putin's little hoe that's out here really doing the bidding of Russia. Her comments came after a controversial meeting between Trump, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, and Vice President J.D. Vance at the White House last Friday. The discussion reportedly turned into a heated exchange with Trump and Vance facing backlash for what critics described as a betrayal of Ukraine. Trump allies, on the other hand, accused Zelensky of disrespecting the United States, which he did. Crockett linked Trump, Jasmine Crockett, the woman in question, linked Trump's handling of the Ukraine's issue to his border foreign policy, also slamming his recent tariff threats against Mexico and Canada. Diplomacy doesn't look like, I'm assuming she said, shitting. The black woman said, diplomacy doesn't look like shitting on our allies by telling them we're going to impose tariffs to the north and the south of us, she said. Warning about the economic consequences of such moves, she argued that tariffs on Canada and Mexico could drive up the cost of essential goods for Americans. Then she goes on to say, because so much lumber and steel come from Canada, Americans will see housing costs go through the roof, she said, adding that grocery prices would also rise due to increased tariffs on Mexican produce. Despite this, Crockett acknowledged that she could not fault Canada and Mexico for their expected retaliatory measures. Instead, she urged Trump to work with allies rather than alienate them. As people are still complaining about their eggs, now they're going to have to worry about the rest of their groceries, she said. Crockett further criticized Trump's leadership style, likening it to a reality TV show. She says, listen, it is time for him to grow a pair and start to do the work of an American president and stop pretending that he is on some terrible reality TV show that is looking for ratings. The hypocrisy in that statement. This is like fucking Real Housewives. This is an episode of Real Housewives. And she got the whole look. She has the whole uniform on to be one of the cast members. The hypocrisy in that statement. She says, I am hoping that America turns off the TV today and tunes into people like you because all he does is look for ratings and we shouldn't give them the attention. The Texas lawmaker, known for her outspoken nature, has gained a growing profile in recent years. I wonder what kind of people, who's following her, who supports this? What kind of people, what kind and caliber of people is her growing supporters that support women that talk like this in government? Frequently making headlines for her blunt remarks, last week she made waves again when asked by Galena what she would say to billionaire Elon Musk. Her response was, fuck off. What do y'all think of that? How do you feel about Jasmine Crockett? Speaking to black people particularly, how do you feel about this woman who looks like you in government with others from other communities, other demographics, representing you? Your voice. This is your voice. This is what they think about you, as Ice Cube said. What do we learn here? Be careful who you put in office. Listen, I get it. We're not a monolith. What up, AB? Good to see you. Master of None says, let me throw it up on the screen. It's kind of small. Why is a politician cussing? Does she not have any sense? That's the question of the night. And you know what? I don't mind cussing, to be honest with you. People cuss. People use profanity. Why is she cussing in this particular manner? That's my issue. Why like this? This is who is representing you guys. It's crazy. in my personal opinion. I appreciate you guys. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, join the SR Army. I'm sorry, just saying, I'm just trying to save you some heartache, headache, money, and time. And you, my friends, are dismissed.